Beneath the tranquil waves of the Mediterranean Sea lies a city that was once thought to be nothing more than a legend, Heracleion, a thriving metropolis swallowed by the ocean over 1,000 years ago. Its discovery wasn't just a breakthrough for archaeologists, it was a revelation that rewrote the story of human civilization. What if I told you that this underwater city is just one piece of a much larger puzzle? Across the globe, beneath the surface of rivers, lakes, and oceans, lie the remnants of ancient societies, cities, temples, and artifacts that hold secrets far beyond what we've been taught. These submerged ruins aren't just relics of the past, they're time capsules waiting to reveal the untold chapters of human history. How could entire civilizations vanish beneath the waves? What do these sunken cities tell us about the ingenuity, resilience, and perhaps even the vulnerabilities of our ancestors? And most importantly, how do they challenge everything we thought we knew about the ancient world? In this video, we'll dive into the mysteries of underwater civilizations, exploring groundbreaking discoveries, the theories that surround them, and the ongoing quest to uncover the truth hidden in the depths. So let's embark on this journey together, because the past isn't just buried, it's waiting to be rediscovered. The allure of underwater civilizations lies in their ability to spark both curiosity and wonder, drawing us into a world where history and mystery collide. There's something inherently captivating about the idea of entire cities, once bustling with life, now resting silently beneath the waves. These submerged ruins aren't just archaeological sites, they're gateways to stories that challenge our understanding of the past. Take, for instance, the legendary city of Atlantis, a tale that has fascinated humanity for centuries. While Atlantis remains shrouded in myth, real-world discoveries like the Yonaguni monument off the coast of Japan offer tangible glimpses into what might have been. With its massive stone structures and intricate carvings, Yonaguni fuels debates about whether it's a natural formation or the work of an ancient, advanced society. What makes these underwater sites so compelling is the way they force us to rethink what we know about human history. How did ancient peoples build such monumental structures, and what led to their downfall? The answers often lie hidden in the depths, waiting for modern technology to uncover them. These discoveries don't just rewrite history books, they ignite our imaginations, inviting us to consider the resilience and ingenuity of civilizations long gone. And as we uncover more, we begin to see patterns, evidence of migration, trade, and cultural exchange that stretch far beyond what we once believed possible. But this fascination isn't limited to historians and archaeologists. For the public, these sites evoke a sense of romance and adventure, a chance to connect with a past that feels both distant and strangely familiar. They remind us that the oceans, which cover more than 70% of our planet, hold secrets far older and more profound than we can fathom. And as we continue to explore these underwater worlds, we're not just uncovering lost cities, we're piecing together the story of humanity itself. Of course, none of this would be possible without the leaps in technology that have transformed underwater exploration. From advanced sonar systems to remotely operated vehicles, these tools allow us to reach depths that were once thought unreachable. As we move forward, let's take a closer look at how these innovations are reshaping our understanding of the past, and what they might reveal about the civilizations that once thrived beneath the waves. The search for lost civilizations beneath the waves once seemed like a near-impossible task, limited by the same vast, unpredictable oceans that swallowed these ancient societies in the first place. But today, modern technology has become the key to unlocking these watery time capsules, revealing secrets that were once hidden in the depths. Tools like sonar mapping, underwater drones, and advanced diving equipment have transformed underwater archaeology from a speculative endeavor into a precise science. These innovations allow us to explore areas that were once unreachable, shedding light on civilizations that have been buried for thousands of years. One of the most remarkable examples of this technological revolution is the mapping of the Baltic Sea anomaly. Discovered in 2011, this mysterious structure with its unusual geometric shapes sparked intense debate. Was it a natural formation or evidence of an ancient human-made structure? Using advanced sonar systems, researchers were able to create detailed 3D maps of the anomaly, offering tantalizing clues about its origins. While the mystery remains unsolved, the investigation highlights how modern tools can bring us closer to understanding the unknown. But underwater exploration isn't without its challenges. The immense pressure of the deep sea, limited visibility, and the delicate nature of submerged artifacts make this work incredibly demanding. Underwater archaeologists must navigate these obstacles while ensuring that delicate structures and artifacts are preserved, often working against time as erosion and environmental factors threaten to erase these ancient sites forever. Despite these challenges, the rewards are immense. Each discovery pushes the boundaries of what we thought possible, revealing civilizations older and more advanced than we ever imagined. Take, for instance, the discovery of Doggerland, a vast landmass that once connected Britain to mainland Europe. Using sophisticated mapping techniques, researchers have been able to reconstruct this lost world, uncovering evidence of human activity dating back over 8,000 years. As technology continues to evolve, so too does our understanding of the past. These tools aren't just uncovering lost cities, they're rewriting the timeline of human history, revealing connections and cultures that stretch further back than we ever thought possible. And with each new discovery, we're reminded that the oceans, far from being barriers, have always been bridges connecting civilizations, cultures, and stories that we're only now beginning to uncover. This leads us to an even deeper question. What else lies hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be revealed? As we continue to explore, one thing is certain: the story of humanity is far more complex and far older than we ever imagined. What if the history we've been taught is only a fraction of the story? Beneath the waves, archaeologists have uncovered ruins that seem to defy conventional timelines, hinting at civilizations far older than we've ever imagined. These underwater cities, some dating back thousands of years, challenge the very foundation of what we know about human history. They suggest a world where advanced societies thrived long before the rise of the empires we study today, only to be swallowed by the sea, leaving behind cryptic clues for us to decipher. Take, for example, the ancient city of Dwarka, submerged off the coast of India. According to Hindu mythology, Dwarka was a magnificent city built by Lord Krishna, a place of unparalleled wealth and grandeur. For centuries, it was considered a myth until archaeologists discovered its remains beneath the waves. The structures found there, including intricate stone walls and artifacts, suggest a highly organized and sophisticated society that existed over 5,000 years ago. This discovery not only validates ancient texts but also raises profound questions. How did such a city come to be, and what led to its submersion? Similarly, the ruins of Pavlopetri in Greece offer another glimpse into this forgotten world. Dating back to around 3000 BC, Pavlopetri is considered one of the oldest submerged cities ever discovered. Its well-preserved streets, buildings, and even tombs provide a rare window into daily life in an ancient coastal community. But what's most striking about Pavlopetri is its age. It predates the rise of classical Greece by thousands of years. suggesting that complex societies existed long before the civilizations we traditionally study. These discoveries are more than just archaeological curiosities. They're pieces of a puzzle that forces us to rethink our understanding of history. Rising sea levels, a phenomenon often linked to the end of the last ice age, likely played a significant role in submerging these cities. But what if there's more to the story? Some researchers propose the existence of pre-flood civilizations, advanced societies that thrived before a catastrophic global event, possibly a massive flood, reshaped the world. Could these underwater ruins be remnants of such a civilization? Theories about pre-flood societies often draw on ancient myths and legends, from the biblical story of Noah's Ark to the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh. These stories, found in cultures across the globe, share striking similarities, suggesting they may be rooted in a shared historical event. While the idea of a global flood remains controversial, the evidence from underwater ruins adds weight to the possibility that something extraordinary happened in humanity's distant past. What's clear is that these submerged cities were once thriving centers of innovation and culture. They challenge the notion that civilization began in Mesopotamia or the Indus Valley, suggesting instead that humanity's journey is far older and more complex than we've been led to believe. But if these societies were so advanced, what caused their downfall? Was it natural disasters, environmental changes, or something else entirely? As we explore these questions, one thing becomes evident: the story of humanity is far from complete. The oceans, with their hidden treasures, hold the keys to understanding our past and perhaps even our future. And as we continue to uncover these secrets, we're reminded that history is not static. It's a living, evolving narrative shaped by the discoveries we make and the questions we dare to ask. So, what does this mean for our understanding of the ancient world? Could there be even older civilizations waiting to be discovered beneath the waves? The answers may lie in the depths, waiting for the next generation of explorers to bring them to light. From the depths of the ocean, the ruins of ancient cities whisper stories of cataclysmic events that reshaped the world. But what exactly caused these once thriving civilizations to vanish beneath the waves? The theories are as varied as they are fascinating, blending science and myth to paint a picture of a world in flux. On one hand, we have natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, and rising sea levels that could have submerged entire cities in a matter of hours or centuries. On the other, we have mythological accounts like the Great Flood that appear across cultures and continents, suggesting a shared memory of a world-altering event. Together, these explanations offer a glimpse into how humanity has grappled with the forces of nature and the passage of time. Let's start with the science. Around 12,000 years ago, the Earth underwent dramatic changes as the last ice age came to an end. Glaciers melted, causing sea levels to rise by hundreds of feet. Coastal cities built near the water for trade and resources would have been among the first to disappear. Take, for instance, the submerged city of Pavlopetri in Greece. Its ruins, dating back over 5,000 years, lie just a few meters below the surface, a victim of gradual sea level rise. But not all submersions were slow. Natural disasters like earthquakes and tsunamis could have devastated entire regions in an instant. The ancient city of Helike, also in Greece, was famously swallowed by the sea after a massive earthquake in 373 BC. Its fate was so sudden that it became the stuff of legend, with ancient writers describing the city as being dragged down by the wrath of Poseidon. Then there are the myths. Stories of a great flood appear in nearly every ancient culture, from the biblical tale of Noah's Ark to the Mesopotamian epic of Gilgamesh. These narratives often share striking similarities: a divine warning, a catastrophic deluge, and a select few survivors who rebuild the world. While these stories were once dismissed as mere allegory, some researchers now wonder if they could be rooted in real events. The Black Sea deluge hypothesis, for example, suggests that rising sea levels around 7,000 years ago caused the Mediterranean to burst into the Black Sea, flooding a vast area and displacing countless people. Could this have been the inspiration for the Great Flood myths? The possibility is tantalizing, blurring the line between history and legend. What's remarkable is how these submerged sites have preserved the past. Unlike ruins on land, which are subject to weathering, looting, and urban development, underwater cities are often frozen in time. The lack of oxygen at depth slows the decay of organic materials, while layers of sediment protect structures from erosion. This means that artifacts like wooden tools, textiles, and even human remains can survive for thousands of years in near-perfect condition. The ancient city of Heracleion, for instance, yielded statues, jewelry, and inscriptions that offer a vivid snapshot of life in a bustling port city. These underwater time capsules don't just tell us about the past, they also shape how we understand cultural memory. The stories we tell about floods, lost cities, and ancient gods aren't just entertainment, they're ways of grappling with the unpredictable forces that have shaped human history. And as we continue to uncover these submerged sites, we're reminded that the past is never truly lost, it's just waiting to be rediscovered. So, what can we learn from these ruins about the resilience of human societies, and how do they challenge us to rethink our relationship with the natural world? As we explore these questions, one thing becomes clear: the oceans hold more than just water. They hold the keys to understanding who we are and where we've come from. The ocean, with its cold, dark depths, has an incredible ability to preserve what time would otherwise erase. Unlike the relentless exposure to wind, rain, and sunlight on land, the underwater environment creates a unique kind of time capsule. From wooden shipwrecks to delicate textiles, materials that would crumble away on land can remain remarkably intact beneath the waves. This preservation isn't just a stroke of luck, it's a product of the ocean's unique conditions. The lack of oxygen at great depths slows down the decay of organic materials, while layers of sediment act as a protective blanket, shielding artifacts from the forces that would destroy them on land. Take, for example, the sunken ships of the Mediterranean. These vessels, many of which date back thousands of years, have been found with their cargo still intact. Amphorae, ancient storage jars used to transport everything from olive oil to wine, often lie undisturbed on the seafloor, their contents still sealed inside. In some cases, even the wooden hulls of these ships have survived, a rarity given how quickly wood decays in terrestrial environments. These underwater treasures offer us a snapshot of ancient trade routes, revealing what goods were valued, how they were transported, and the connections between distant civilizations. But preservation underwater isn't just about what's left behind, it's also about the stories these artifacts tell. A shipwreck isn't just a collection of objects, it's a moment frozen in time. The cargo, the tools, even the personal belongings of the crew can paint a vivid picture of life at sea centuries ago. For instance, the discovery of a Roman merchant ship off the coast of Sicily revealed not only its cargo of wine and grain, but also the everyday items used by sailors: cooking utensils, gaming pieces, and even a pair of sandals. These small, personal details bring history to life in a way that grand monuments often cannot. However, preserving these artifacts once they're brought to the surface is a challenge in itself. The very conditions that protect them underwater, lack of oxygen, stable temperatures, and high pressure, are impossible to replicate on land. As soon as an artifact is exposed to air, it begins to deteriorate. Wood, for example, can shrink, crack, or even disintegrate if not carefully treated. Archaeologists must act quickly, using specialized techniques to stabilize and conserve these fragile finds. It's a race against time to ensure that the stories these objects carry aren't lost forever. These underwater time capsules don't just preserve objects, they preserve moments. They give us a glimpse into the daily lives of people who lived thousands of years ago, from the merchant hauling goods across the Mediterranean to the sailor carving a game piece to pass the time. And as we uncover these treasures, we're reminded that history isn't just about kings and empires. It's about the ordinary people who shaped the world in ways both big and small. So, what do these artifacts tell us about the societies that created them? How do they help us piece together the puzzle of ancient life? As we delve deeper, we begin to see not just the grandeur of lost civilizations, but the humanity behind them, the hopes, struggles, and dreams of those who came before us. And in that, we find a connection that transcends time. As we gaze at the ruins of submerged cities, it's easy to see them as silent, frozen relics. But these underwater sites were once vibrant hubs of human activity, places where people lived, worked, worshipped, and traded. By studying the artifacts and architectural remains left behind, we can piece together the daily lives of those who called these cities home. From the bustling markets of Baiae to the sacred temples of Heracleion, each discovery offers a glimpse into the rhythms of ancient life, revealing a world far more dynamic than we might imagine. Take Baiae, for instance, a Roman resort city now submerged off the coast of Italy. Known for its luxurious villas and thermal baths, Baiae was the ancient equivalent of a modern-day spa town, frequented by emperors, senators, and wealthy elites. The underwater ruins include sprawling courtyards, intricate mosaics, and even statues of gods and emperors, all hinting at a society that valued leisure, beauty, and status. But Baiae wasn't just a playground for the rich, it was also a center of innovation. The city's thermal baths, fed by natural hot springs, were not only places of relaxation but also hubs of medical treatment where people sought relief from ailments. Beyond luxury, these submerged cities reveal intricate social structures and religious practices. In Heracleion, for example, archaeologists have uncovered temples dedicated to the gods Ammon and Khonsu, complete with towering statues and ceremonial objects. These findings suggest a society deeply rooted in spirituality, where religion played a central role in daily life. Similarly, the discovery of votive offerings, small statues and amulets left as gifts to the gods, hints at the personal piety of ordinary citizens, offering a rare glimpse into their hopes and fears. Trade was another cornerstone of life in these ancient cities. The underwater ruins of Thonis Heracleion, once a thriving port at the mouth of the Nile, are filled with evidence of bustling commerce. Amphorae, the ancient equivalent of shipping containers, have been found in abundance, many still bearing traces of wine, olive oil, and grain. These artifacts tell a story of a city deeply connected to the wider Mediterranean world, trading goods and ideas across vast distances. The presence of foreign objects like Greek pottery and Phoenician jewelry further underscores the city's role as a crossroads of cultures. But what ties these cities together isn't just their individual stories, it's their connections to the broader ancient world. Baiae, for instance, wasn't an isolated retreat. It was part of a network of Roman cities stretching from Britain to North Africa. Similarly, Heracleon's trade links extended far beyond Egypt, reaching as far as the Black Sea and the Indian Ocean. These connections remind us that ancient civilizations were far more interconnected than we often realize, bound together by trade, diplomacy, and shared cultural practices. Reconstructing daily life in these submerged cities isn't just an exercise in archaeology. It's a way of humanizing the past. Through the objects they left behind, we can hear the laughter of children playing in Baiae's courtyards, the prayers of worshippers in Heracleon's temples, and the shouts of merchants haggling in Thonis Heracleon's markets. These were real people with dreams, struggles, and stories that deserve to be remembered. As we continue to explore these underwater worlds, we're not just uncovering lost cities, we're rediscovering the humanity that connects us across time. And with each new discovery, we're reminded that the past is never truly gone. It's just waiting to be brought back to life. The ancient world was far more interconnected than we often realize, and nowhere is this more evident than in the trade networks that linked underwater civilizations to distant land. Beneath the waves, archaeologists have uncovered a treasure trove of artifacts that tell a story of bustling commerce and cultural exchange. From pottery shards to coins and tools, these objects reveal a world where goods, ideas, and technologies traveled across vast distances, shaping the course of human history. Take, for example, the submerged city of Heracleion off the coast of Egypt. Once a thriving port, its ruins are filled with amphorae, ancient storage jars used to transport everything from wine to olive oil. These containers, often stamped with the marks of their makers, provide a snapshot of trade routes that stretched across the Mediterranean. But it's not just the amphorae that tell the story. Among the ruins, archaeologists have found coins from distant lands, suggesting that merchants from Greece, Phoenicia, and even India once walked these streets. These small, everyday objects are more than just relics, they're evidence of a world where borders were fluid and cultures mingled freely. Maritime trade wasn't just about moving goods, it was also a conduit for ideas and innovation. The spread of technologies like shipbuilding, navigation, and metallurgy can be traced through the artifacts left behind. For instance, the discovery of iron tools in underwater sites across the Mediterranean hints at the transfer of knowledge between civilizations. Similarly, the presence of Greek pottery in Egyptian ports and Egyptian scarabs in Greek shipwrecks underscores the cultural exchange that flourished along these trade routes. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of these underwater discoveries is what they reveal about the people behind the trade. The personal belongings found on ancient shipwrecks, tools, jewelry, even gaming pieces offer a glimpse into the lives of the sailors and merchants who connected these distant worlds. These were individuals who braved the dangers of the open sea, forging connections that shaped the course of history. Yet, the story doesn't end with trade and technology. Some underwater sites may hold clues to something even more elusive: lost languages and scripts. Inscriptions found on artifacts and monuments could provide insights into ancient communication, shedding light on how societies documented their laws, beliefs, and histories. Could these submerged ruins be the key to unlocking forgotten languages and untold stories? As we piece together the evidence of trade and cultural exchange, we're reminded that the ancient world was a dynamic, interconnected place. These underwater cities weren't isolated. They were part of a global network that spanned continents and seas. And as we continue to explore these submerged sites, we're not just uncovering ancient trade routes, we're rediscovering the threads that connect us all. So, what other secrets lie hidden in the depths, waiting to be revealed? And how might these discoveries reshape our understanding of the past? The answers may be closer than we think. Among the countless treasures hidden beneath the waves, some of the most tantalizing are the inscriptions and writings left behind by ancient civilizations. These fragments of language, etched into stone, pottery, and metal, offer a rare glimpse into the thoughts, beliefs, and daily lives of people who lived thousands of years ago. Yet, for all they reveal, these ancient scripts also pose a profound challenge. How do we decipher languages that have been silent for millennia, and what secrets might they hold about the societies that created them? One of the most famous examples is the Linear, a script discovered in the ruins of Minoan settlements on Crete and nearby islands in the Aegean Sea. Unlike its successor, Linear B, which was deciphered in the 1950s, Linear A remains an enigma. Its symbols, a mix of abstract shapes and pictograms, have resisted interpretation for over a century. What makes Linear so intriguing is that it represents the language of the Minoans, a civilization that thrived in the Bronze Age, long before the rise of classical Greece. Could this script hold the key to understanding their culture, governance, and religion? Until it's deciphered, the Minoans remain a mystery, their voices lost to time. But Linear is just one piece of the puzzle. Across the Mediterranean, underwater sites have yielded inscriptions in languages ranging from Etruscan to Phoenician, each offering a unique window into the past. Take, for instance, the so-called Tartessian inscriptions found in the waters off the coast of Spain. Tartessos, a semi-mythical civilization mentioned in ancient Greek texts, left behind a handful of inscriptions that scholars are still working to decode. Could these writings shed light on a culture that predates even the Romans? The potential is immense, but so are the challenges. Interpreting these ancient scripts is no small feat. Unlike modern languages, which have living speakers and extensive records, many ancient languages exist only in fragments. Without a Rosetta Stone, a bilingual text that provides a key to translation, deciphering them requires painstaking analysis, often involving comparisons to related languages or educated guesses based on context. Even then, the results are often incomplete, leaving scholars to fill in the gaps with informed speculation. What makes these underwater discoveries so exciting is their potential to rewrite history. Each new inscription offers a clue, a piece of a puzzle that might reshape our understanding of the ancient world. For example, the discovery of Phoenician writings in the Mediterranean has already challenged the notion that writing spread solely from Mesopotamia and Egypt. Instead, it suggests a more complex picture with multiple centers of innovation and cultural exchange. But beyond the academic implications, these ancient scripts remind us of something fundamental: the human need to communicate, to leave a mark, to tell our stories. Whether etched into stone or painted on pottery, these writings are a testament to the creativity and ingenuity of our ancestors. They remind us that even thousands of years ago, people were grappling with questions of identity, purpose, and connection. As we continue to explore these underwater sites, we're not just uncovering lost languages, we're rediscovering the voices of the past. And with each new discovery, we're reminded that history is a living, evolving narrative, shaped by the questions we ask and the stories we uncover. So, what other secrets might these ancient scripts hold, and how will they challenge our understanding of the world that came before us? The answers, like the inscriptions themselves, remain just out of reach, waiting to be deciphered. The Yonaguni Monument, a massive underwater structure off the coast of Japan, has sparked debate for decades. Its terraced walls, sharp angles, and perfectly aligned staircases suggest a level of precision that seems almost impossible for a natural formation. Could this be evidence of a long-lost civilization with advanced engineering skills? The monument's geometric precision is striking. Its flat surfaces and right angles appear to defy the randomness of nature. Some researchers argue that these features point to human craftsmanship, potentially dating back thousands of years. If true, it would mean that ancient societies possessed a far deeper understanding of geometry and construction than we've ever imagined. But the Yonaguni Monument isn't the only underwater site that hints at advanced knowledge. Take, for example, the submerged ruins of Dwarka in India. The city's layout, with its interconnected streets and well-planned infrastructure, suggests a sophisticated understanding of urban planning. Similarly, the ancient city of Pavlopetri in Greece, with its carefully designed harbor and grid-like streets, reveals a mastery of maritime engineering that predates classical Greece by millennia. These sites challenge the conventional timeline of human progress, suggesting that ancient civilizations were far more capable than we give them credit for. What's even more fascinating is how these structures align with celestial patterns. Some researchers have noted that the orientation of certain underwater ruins corresponds with astronomical events such as solstices and equinoxes. This suggests that ancient builders weren't just skilled engineers, they were also keen observers of the cosmos. Could this knowledge have been passed down through generations, or was it developed independently by different cultures? The answers remain elusive, but the implications are profound. If ancient societies had such a deep understanding of astronomy, what else might they have known? These findings don't just rewrite the story of human innovation, they also blur the lines between history and myth. Many underwater sites are steeped in legend, from the sunken city of Atlantis to the mythical kingdom of Kumari Kingdom. These stories, often dismissed as mere folklore, take on new significance in light of recent discoveries. Could they be distorted memories of real events passed down through generations? The Yonaguni monument, for instance, has been linked to the legend of Mu, a lost Pacific civilization said to have been destroyed by a cataclysm. While the truth remains uncertain, the parallels between myth and reality are impossible to ignore. As we explore these underwater ruins, we're not just uncovering ancient engineering feats, we're piecing together a narrative of human ingenuity and resilience. These sites remind us that our ancestors were far more than primitive societies. They were innovators, thinkers, and dreamers who pushed the boundaries of what was possible. And as we continue to study these submerged worlds, we're left with a tantalizing question. What other secrets lie hidden beneath the waves, waiting to challenge our understanding of the past? The stories of these ancient builders don't just belong to the realm of archaeology. They're a testament to the enduring human spirit, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, we have always strived to create, explore, and understand. And as we dive deeper into these mysteries, we're not just uncovering lost civilizations, we're rediscovering ourselves. The stories of lost underwater cities have long captivated the human imagination, blending myth and reality in ways that stir both wonder and curiosity. Among these tales, none is more iconic than Atlantis, the legendary island described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. According to his account, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced civilization that sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. For centuries, this story has fueled countless expeditions and theories, with explorers and scholars alike searching for evidence of its existence. But Atlantis isn't alone. Across the globe, cultures have told similar stories of sunken lands like Lemuria, a mythical continent said to have connected India and Madagascar, or Mu, a Pacific civilization believed to have vanished beneath the waves. These legends, though often dismissed as folklore, may hold more truth than we realize. Modern discoveries are beginning to blur the line between myth and reality. Take, for example, the submerged ruins of Heracleion off the coast of Egypt. Once thought to be a mere legend, this ancient port city was discovered in the early 2000s, its temples, statues, and artifacts confirming its existence. Similarly, the Yonaguni monument in Japan, with its man-made appearance, has reignited debates about lost civilizations in the Pacific. These findings suggest that many myths may have been inspired by real events, perhaps exaggerated or distorted over time, but rooted in historical truths. What's fascinating is how these stories resonate across cultures. From the biblical tale of the Great Flood to the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh, narratives of cataclysmic events and lost civilizations appear in almost every corner of the world. Could these shared myths be echoes of a collective memory passed down through generations? Some researchers believe so, pointing to evidence of rising sea levels and natural disasters that would have had a profound impact on early human societies. But the significance of these underwater sites goes beyond archaeology. For many, they hold a deeper, almost spiritual meaning. The idea of a lost paradise swallowed by the sea has long been a symbol of human longing and resilience. In some traditions, these submerged cities are seen as sacred spaces, places where the physical and spiritual worlds intersect. The ancient city of Dwarka, for instance, is not just an archaeological site, it's a place of pilgrimage, revered in Hindu mythology as the dwelling of Lord Krishna. As we continue to explore these underwater worlds, we're not just uncovering lost cities, we're rediscovering the stories that have shaped humanity's understanding of itself. These myths, once dismissed as mere fantasy, are now being re-examined in light of new evidence, offering fresh insights into our shared past. And as we delve deeper, we're reminded that the line between myth and reality is often thinner than we think. Could these underwater ruins hold spiritual significance for modern societies? And how might their rediscovery reshape our understanding of ancient beliefs and practices? The answers lie beneath the waves, waiting to be revealed. Beneath the waves, the ruins of ancient temples and sacred sites offer more than just a glimpse into the past. They reveal the spiritual heart of civilizations long gone. These underwater structures weren't just places of worship, they were centers of community, culture, and connection to the divine. One of the most striking examples lies off the coast of India, where the submerged temples of Mahabalipuram tell a story steeped in Hindu mythology. According to legend, 7 magnificent temples once stood here, but 6 were swallowed by the sea as punishment for the god's pride. Today, the remains of these temples, with their intricately carved stone deities and ceremonial structures, provide a tangible link to the spiritual practices of ancient India. The temples of Mahabalipuram aren't just archaeological wonders, they're a testament to how deeply intertwined religion and daily life were in ancient societies. The carvings depict scenes from Hindu epics such as the Mahabharata and Ramayana, illustrating how these stories shaped the worldview of the people. Ritual objects found at the site, including bronze lamps and ceremonial vessels, suggest that these temples were places of vibrant worship where people gathered to honor their gods, seek blessings, and celebrate festivals. But Mahabalipuram is just one example. Across the globe, underwater ruins reveal evidence of ancient spiritual practices. In the Mediterranean, the submerged city of Heracleion boasts temples dedicated to the Egyptian gods Amun and Khonsu, complete with towering statues and inscriptions invoking divine protection. These sites remind us that religion was often the cornerstone of ancient life, guiding everything from governance to trade and even architecture. What's fascinating is how these underwater sanctuaries also reflect the environmental challenges faced by ancient civilizations. Rising sea levels, a result of natural climate shifts, likely played a significant role in submerging these sacred sites. For instance, the temples of Mahabalipuram may have been gradually overtaken by the Indian Ocean, while Heracleion's submersion was hastened by earthquakes and soil liquefaction. These events weren't just geological, they were deeply spiritual, reshaping the way people understood their relationship with the natural world. The loss of these temples would have been a profound cultural and spiritual blow to the communities that built them. Yet, their preservation underwater offers us a unique opportunity to explore the beliefs and rituals of ancient peoples. Unlike land-based ruins, which are often altered by time and human activity, submerged sites are frozen in a state of near-perfect preservation, allowing us to see them much as they were centuries ago. As we study these underwater sanctuaries, we're reminded that spirituality has always been a driving force in human history. These sites don't just tell us about gods and rituals, they reveal the hopes, fears, and aspirations of the people who built them. And as we continue to uncover these sacred spaces, we're not just rediscovering lost temples, we're reconnecting with the spiritual legacy of our ancestors. What other spiritual secrets lie hidden beneath the waves, and how might these discoveries deepen our understanding of ancient beliefs? The answers may be closer than we think, waiting to be uncovered in the depths. As we uncover the secrets of ancient underwater civilizations, one question looms large: what caused these once thriving cities to vanish beneath the waves? The answer, in many cases, lies in the forces of nature, specifically ancient climate change and rising sea levels. Around 12,000 years ago, as the last ice age came to an end, melting glaciers caused global sea levels to rise by hundreds of feet. Coastal cities built near the water for access to trade and resources were among the first to be swallowed. Take the ancient city of Pavlopetri in Greece, for example. Its ruins, now lying just a few meters below the surface, tell a story of gradual submersion as the Mediterranean slowly crept inland. But not all cities met the same fate. Some, like Heracleion, were destroyed in an instant by earthquakes or tsunamis, leaving behind only legends and fragmented memories. These ancient events offer more than just historical intrigue. They hold crucial lessons for our modern world. Today, we face a similar threat: rising sea levels driven by human-induced climate change. Coastal cities around the globe, from Miami to Mumbai, are grappling with the reality of encroaching waters. The parallels are striking. Just as ancient civilizations built their cities near the sea for its bounty, modern societies have flourished along coastlines, relying on them for trade, tourism, and resources. Yet, as the oceans rise, these same cities are now on the front lines of a new kind of crisis. Studying the fate of ancient underwater civilizations can help us understand the challenges we face today. For instance, the gradual rise of sea levels that submerged Pavlopetri mirrors the slow but steady changes we're seeing in our own time. Similarly, the sudden destruction of Heracleion highlights the potential for catastrophic events like storm surges or tsunamis to devastate modern coastal communities. By learning from the past, we can better prepare for the future, whether that means building more resilient infrastructure, relocating vulnerable populations, or finding innovative ways to mitigate the effects of climate change. But there's another layer to this story. Just as ancient ruins were shaped by environmental changes, they're now being threatened by modern human activities. Pollution, deep sea mining, and even tourism are putting these fragile sites at risk. The same oceans that preserved these cities for millennia are now facing unprecedented pressures, from plastic waste to rising temperatures. This raises a troubling question. Will future generations look back at our era and see the same patterns of environmental neglect that doomed ancient civilizations? The connection between past and present is impossible to ignore. The submerged ruins of ancient cities are more than just archaeological treasures. They're warnings from history, urging us to take action before it's too late. As we continue to explore these underwater worlds, we're not just uncovering the past, we're confronting the reality of our own time. And in doing so, we're reminded that the choices we make today will shape the legacy we leave behind. So, what can we learn from these ancient cities about resilience, adaptation, and the impermanence of human achievement? And how can we use this knowledge to protect our own future? The answers lie not just in the ruins beneath the waves, but in the actions we take above them. The ocean, often called the planet's final frontier, holds secrets that have been preserved for millennia. But as we uncover these underwater treasures, we're faced with a sobering reality. The very sites that have survived thousands of years are now under threat from modern human activity. From looting and pollution to industrial development and climate change, the dangers facing underwater archaeological sites are both numerous and urgent. These threats don't just endanger the physical remains of ancient civilizations. They risk erasing the stories and knowledge they hold forever. One of the most pressing challenges is looting. Underwater sites, often remote and difficult to monitor, are prime targets for treasure hunters and black market traders. Artifacts like amphorae, statues, and coins are highly sought after, with some fetching astronomical prices on the illegal antiquities market. The problem is compounded by the fact that many underwater sites lack the legal protections afforded to land-based archaeological sites. In some cases, looters use advanced technology like sonar and underwater drones to locate and extract artifacts with precision, leaving behind irreparable damage. Pollution is another silent but devastating threat. Chemicals, plastics, and oil spills can corrode ancient structures and contaminate delicate artifacts. For example, the Mediterranean, home to countless submerged ruins, is one of the most polluted seas in the world. Microplastics and industrial waste not only harm marine ecosystems, but also degrade the very materials that have survived centuries underwater. Even seemingly harmless activities like anchoring boats near archaeological sites can cause physical damage to fragile ruins. Industrial development poses yet another challenge. As coastal areas are developed for tourism, shipping, and energy projects, underwater sites are often overlooked or outright destroyed. Dredging for ports, laying pipelines, and constructing offshore wind farms can obliterate ancient ruins before they're even discovered. In some cases, the economic benefits of development are prioritized over cultural preservation, leaving archaeologists racing against time to document and protect these sites. The ethical and legal challenges of safeguarding underwater heritage are complex. Unlike land-based sites, which fall under national jurisdiction, underwater sites often exist in international waters or span multiple borders. This creates a patchwork of laws and regulations, making it difficult to enforce protections. International cooperation is crucial, but it requires a shared commitment to prioritize cultural heritage over economic or political interests. Organizations like UNESCO have made strides with initiatives like the Convention on the Protection of the Underwater Cultural Heritage, but enforcement remains inconsistent. Despite these challenges, there's hope. Advances in technology are not only helping us discover new sites, but also monitor and protect them. Underwater drones, 3D mapping, and satellite imagery are becoming essential tools in the fight to preserve our submerged heritage. Public awareness is also growing, with documentaries, museum exhibits, and educational programs shining a light on the importance of these sites. But even as we work to protect what we've found, there's still so much we don't know. Some underwater discoveries remain unexplained, their origins and purpose shrouded in mystery. These enigmas remind us that the ocean's depths hold more than just answers. They hold questions that continue to challenge our understanding of the past. So, how can we balance the need for progress with the imperative to preserve? And what steps must we take to ensure that these underwater treasures survive for future generations? The answers aren't simple, but one thing is clear: the ocean's heritage is a shared legacy, and protecting it is a responsibility we all must bear. Beneath the waves, some mysteries refuse to be solved, defying explanation and sparking endless debate. Among these enigmas is the Baltic Sea Anomaly, a strange, circular structure discovered in 2011 that has baffled scientists and enthusiasts alike. With its smooth, almost artificial appearance and unusual magnetic readings, the anomaly has been called everything from a submerged UFO to a glacial deposit. Despite extensive study, its origins remain unclear, leaving us to wonder, could this be evidence of an ancient, advanced civilization, or is it simply a quirk of nature? The mystery of the Baltic Sea Anomaly is a reminder that, even with modern technology, the ocean still holds secrets we're only beginning to uncover. Equally perplexing is the Bimini Road, a series of massive, rectangular limestone blocks lying off the coast of the Bahamas. Discovered in 1968, this underwater formation has been the subject of intense speculation. Some believe the blocks are the remnants of an ancient road or wall, possibly linked to the lost city of Atlantis. Others argue that they're a natural formation, shaped by geological processes over thousands of years. The debate continues to this day, with each new study offering tantalizing clues but no definitive answers. What makes the Bimini Road so fascinating isn't just its appearance, it's the way it blurs the line between myth and science, challenging us to rethink what we know about the past. These unexplained sites aren't just curiosities, they're windows into the unknown, inviting us to question our assumptions and explore new possibilities. The theories surrounding them range from the plausible to the fantastical, with some suggesting they're evidence of pre-flood civilizations or even extraterrestrial intervention. While these ideas may seem far-fetched, they reflect a deeper truth. The ocean has always been a source of mystery and wonder, a place where the boundaries of human knowledge are tested. But the significance of these underwater mysteries goes beyond their origins. They remind us that history is not a static record but a living, evolving narrative shaped by the questions we ask and the discoveries we make. Each unexplained site adds a new layer to this story, challenging us to consider the ingenuity and resilience of those who came before us. And as we continue to explore, we're reminded that the ocean isn't just a repository of lost civilizations. It's a mirror reflecting our own curiosity and desire to understand the world. Beyond the scientific and historical intrigue, these underwater mysteries have also left their mark on modern culture. From books and films to video games and folklore, the allure of lost cities and enigmatic ruins has captured the imagination of people around the world. The legend of Atlantis, for instance, has inspired countless stories, from Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea to blockbuster films like Aquaman. These tales, rooted in ancient myths and modern discoveries, remind us that the ocean's mysteries are as much a part of our cultural heritage as they are a subject of scientific inquiry. As we delve into these unexplained underwater sites, we're not just uncovering the past, we're engaging with a legacy that continues to shape our present. What new discoveries might await us in the depths, and how will they challenge our understanding of history, culture, and even ourselves? The answers, like the mysteries themselves, remain just out of reach, waiting to be revealed. The allure of underwater civilizations has transcended time, seeping into the very fabric of modern culture. From books and films to art and documentaries, these submerged worlds have sparked endless creativity, capturing our collective imagination and reflecting humanity's deep-seated fascination with the unknown. Consider Jules Verne's classic 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, a novel that brought the mysteries of the ocean to life for generations of readers. Verne's vivid descriptions of underwater adventures and hidden marvels weren't just fiction, they were a reflection of humanity's yearning to explore the uncharted depths. This timeless tale, written in the 19th century, continues to inspire artists, filmmakers, and dreamers today, proving that the ocean's secrets have a universal appeal. In the world of cinema, underwater civilizations have become a staple of storytelling. Films like Aquaman and The Abyss transport audiences to fantastical realms beneath the waves, blending myth, science, and adventure. These stories often draw on real-life discoveries, weaving them into narratives that resonate with our curiosity about the past and our hopes for the future. Documentaries, too, play a crucial role in bringing these underwater worlds to light. Series like Drain the Oceans use cutting-edge technology to reveal submerged ruins, offering viewers a glimpse into ancient cities and shipwrecks that have long been hidden from view. These visual journeys not only educate but also ignite a sense of wonder, reminding us of the vast, untapped potential that lies beneath the surface. Artists have also found inspiration in the mysteries of the deep. Paintings, sculptures, and installations often evoke the haunting beauty of underwater ruins, blending the real and the imagined. Take, for instance, the work of contemporary artists who use marine themes to explore themes of loss, resilience, and transformation. Their creations echo the stories of ancient civilizations, reminding us that the ocean is not just a physical space but a metaphor for the human experience, vast, unpredictable, and filled with hidden depth. What unites these cultural expressions is a shared sense of curiosity and adventure. Whether it's a novelist imagining a lost city or a filmmaker bringing it to life on screen, these stories reflect our enduring desire to explore the unknown. They remind us that the ocean is more than just water. It's a canvas for our dreams, fears, and aspirations. And as we continue to uncover the secrets of underwater civilizations, these stories evolve, offering new perspectives on the past and inspiring fresh ideas for the future. This global fascination with underwater exploration isn't just a cultural phenomenon, it's a testament to the power of collaboration. Scientists, historians, and filmmakers from around the world are working together to uncover and share the stories of these submerged worlds. Their efforts remind us that the quest to understand our past is a shared endeavor, one that transcends borders and unites us in a common purpose. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the ocean, we're not just uncovering lost civilizations, we're rediscovering the stories that connect us all. And in doing so, we're reminded that the ocean's depths hold more than just secrets. They hold the key to understanding who we are and where we've come from. The quest to uncover the secrets of underwater civilizations is no longer the work of isolated explorers or lone archaeologists. It's a global effort, driven by collaboration and cutting-edge technology. Teams of scientists, historians, and divers from around the world are joining forces to explore the ocean's depths, piecing together the stories of ancient societies that once thrived along coastlines and beneath the waves. This international cooperation has transformed underwater archaeology from a niche field into a shared mission, one that transcends borders and unites us in the pursuit of knowledge. Organizations like UNESCO play a pivotal role in this endeavor. Through initiatives like the Convention on the Protection of the Underwater Cultural Heritage, UNESCO works to safeguard submerged sites from looting, pollution, and industrial development. By promoting international cooperation and ethical practices, these efforts ensure that underwater treasures are preserved for future generations. One standout example is the UNESCO-led project in Alexandria, Egypt, where the submerged ruins of Cleopatra's palace have been meticulously documented and protected. This site, once a symbol of power and opulence, now serves as a beacon of how global collaboration can bring the past back to life. Recent discoveries underscore the impact of these international efforts. Off the coast of Croatia, a joint expedition between Italian and Croatian researchers uncovered the remains of a Roman-era shipwreck, complete with well-preserved amphorae and personal artifacts. Similarly, in the waters of Indonesia, a partnership between local archaeologists and international teams revealed the wreck of a 9th-century Arabian dhow, filled with treasures that highlight the vibrant trade networks of the ancient world. These findings don't just enrich our understanding of history, they remind us of the interconnectedness of human societies, both past and present. But the future of underwater exploration holds even greater promise. Advances in technology are opening up new possibilities, from autonomous underwater vehicles that can map vast areas of the seafloor to AI-powered tools that analyze data in real time. These innovations are not only making exploration more efficient but also more accessible, allowing researchers to venture deeper and farther than ever before. Projects like the Ocean Exploration Trust's Nautilus expeditions are pushing the boundaries of what we know, using state-of-the-art equipment to explore uncharted regions of the ocean. What's truly exciting is how these efforts are democratizing the field of underwater archaeology. Crowdsourced projects and virtual reality experiences are bringing the public into the fold, allowing anyone with an internet connection to explore submerged ruins from the comfort of their home. This shift is transforming how we engage with history, making it more inclusive and interactive than ever before. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the ocean's depths hold countless stories waiting to be told. With every new discovery, we're not just uncovering ancient civilizations, we're redefining what it means to explore, preserve, and understand our shared heritage. And as technology continues to evolve, the possibilities are as vast as the ocean itself. So, what lies ahead for underwater archaeology? How will these global efforts shape our understanding of the past and our vision for the future? The answers are still emerging, but one thing is certain: the journey is just beginning. As we stand on the brink of a new era in underwater exploration, the potential for groundbreaking discoveries has never been greater. Emerging technologies are reshaping the way we uncover the mysteries of the deep, offering tools that would have seemed like science fiction just a few decades ago. Autonomous underwater vehicles, or OVE, are now capable of mapping vast stretches of the ocean floor with unprecedented precision. These robotic explorers can dive to depths that are too dangerous or inaccessible for human divers, capturing high-resolution images and 3D models of submerged sites. Coupled with advancements in artificial intelligence, these technologies are not only speeding up the discovery process, but also enabling researchers to analyze data in real time, uncovering patterns and connections that might otherwise go unnoticed. Another game-changer is the use of augmented and virtual reality in underwater archaeology. Imagine being able to walk through a digitally reconstructed ancient city, complete with its temples, markets, and homes, all from the comfort of your living room. Projects like these are already underway, offering the public an immersive way to experience history while providing researchers with new tools to study and preserve these sites. This democratization of exploration means that anyone with an interest in the past can now participate in the journey, whether through virtual tours or crowdsourced research initiatives. Yet, with these exciting advancements come significant challenges. The cost of cutting-edge technology can be prohibitive, and funding remains a constant hurdle for many research teams. Securing financial support is crucial, not just for the tools themselves, but for the skilled professionals who operate them. Training the next generation of underwater archaeologists, engineers, and conservationists is essential to ensure that these technologies are used effectively and responsibly. There's also the question of access. While some regions have the resources to invest in advanced exploration, others, particularly in developing nations, struggle to protect their underwater heritage from looting and environmental threats. International collaboration and equitable funding models will be key to ensuring that these sites are preserved for future generations, regardless of where they are located. But perhaps the most pressing challenge is balancing the desire for discovery with the need for preservation. As we uncover more underwater sites, we must also consider the ethical implications of our actions. How do we ensure that these fragile environments are not damaged in the process of exploration? What responsibilities do we have to the communities connected to these sites, especially when they hold cultural or spiritual significance? These questions remind us that underwater archaeology is not just about uncovering the past, it's about respecting it. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the stories waiting to be discovered beneath the waves are as vast and varied as the ocean itself. With each new tool, each new discovery, we're not just rewriting history, we're redefining our relationship with the past. The journey ahead is filled with promise, but it also demands careful thought and collaboration. After all, the secrets of the deep aren't just for us to uncover, they are for us to protect and share. So, what lies ahead as we continue to explore these underwater worlds? And how can we ensure that the legacy of these ancient civilizations is preserved for generations to come? The answers will shape not just the future of archaeology, but our understanding of humanity itself. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of underwater civilizations, it's crucial to address the ethical questions that come with unearthing these ancient treasures. Who has the right to study and preserve these sites? How do we balance the pursuit of knowledge with the need to protect fragile marine ecosystems? These dilemmas are at the heart of modern underwater archaeology, challenging us to think carefully about the impact of our actions. One of the most pressing issues is cultural ownership. Many submerged sites hold deep significance for local communities, serving as sacred spaces or links to ancestral heritage. For example, the submerged temples of Mahabalipuram in India are not just archaeological wonders, they're integral to Hindu tradition and spirituality. When outsiders excavate these sites, it raises questions about who controls the narrative and benefits from the discoveries. Should artifacts be displayed in museums halfway around the world, or should they remain close to their origins where they hold cultural and spiritual meaning? The environmental impact of underwater exploration is another critical concern. Marine ecosystems are delicate, and the process of excavating ruins can disrupt habitats, damage coral reefs, and disturb marine life. Even seemingly harmless activities like diving or anchoring near archaeological sites can have unintended consequences. To mitigate these risks, many archaeologists are adopting non-invasive techniques such as 3D mapping and remote sensing, which allow them to study sites without physically disturbing them. These methods not only protect the environment but also preserve the integrity of the ruins for future generations. But the challenges don't end there. The commercialization of underwater sites driven by tourism and treasure hunting poses a significant threat. While public interest in these discoveries is a positive force, it can also lead to exploitation. Looters often target submerged ruins, selling artifacts on the black market and erasing valuable historical context in the process. To combat this, organizations like UNESCO are working to establish international protections, but enforcing these regulations remains a complex and ongoing battle. At the heart of these ethical dilemmas is a broader question: how do we balance exploration with preservation? The desire to uncover the past is powerful, but it must be tempered by a commitment to stewardship. This means not only protecting the physical remains of ancient civilizations, but also respecting the cultural and ecological contexts in which they exist. As we navigate these challenges, it's worth considering what underwater civilizations can teach us about our own society. Their rise and fall offer valuable lessons about resilience, adaptation, and the consequences of environmental change. By studying these ancient communities, we gain insights into how societies respond to crises, manage resources, and build lasting legacies. The ethical considerations of underwater archaeology remind us that the past is not just a resource to be mined, it's a shared heritage that demands care and respect. As we continue to explore these submerged worlds, we must ask ourselves, how can we honor the stories of those who came before us, while ensuring that our actions leave a positive legacy for the future? The answers will shape not only the field of archaeology, but also our understanding of what it means to be stewards of history. The ruins of underwater civilizations are more than just relics of the past. They're a mirror reflecting our own strengths, vulnerabilities, and potential. These ancient societies, with their remarkable achievements and tragic downfalls, offer profound lessons about resilience, innovation, and sustainability. Take, for instance, the city of Heracleion, which thrived for centuries as a hub of trade and culture before succumbing to the forces of nature. Its story reminds us that even the most advanced civilizations are not immune to change, and that adaptability is key to survival. The same can be said of Dwarka, whose sophisticated urban planning and maritime prowess were no match for rising sea levels. These sites challenge us to consider how we, too, might respond to the environmental and societal challenges of our time. Resilience is a recurring theme in the stories of underwater civilizations. Many of these societies endured natural disasters, rising waters, and shifting climates, yet they managed to rebuild, innovate, and thrive, at least for a time. The ancient city of Pavlopetri, for example, was repeatedly struck by earthquakes and tsunamis, but its inhabitants persisted, adapting their architecture and way of life to withstand these challenges. This resilience offers a powerful lesson for modern societies grappling with climate change, resource scarcity, and other global crises. It's a reminder that while we cannot always control the forces around us, we can choose how we respond to them. Innovation is another hallmark of these ancient cultures. From the intricate engineering of Yonaguni stone structures to the advanced urban planning of Heracleion, these civilizations pushed the boundaries of what was possible with the tools and knowledge they had. Their ingenuity speaks to the human capacity for creativity and problem-solving, qualities that are just as vital today as they were thousands of years ago. Yet, even their greatest achievements could not shield them from the consequences of unsustainable practices. The decline of these cities often coincided with environmental degradation, overexploitation of resources, or failure to adapt to changing conditions, issues that resonate deeply in our modern world. Sustainability, then, emerges as a key takeaway from the study of underwater civilizations. These ancient societies remind us that progress and prosperity must be balanced with respect for the natural world. The submerged ruins of Mahabalipuram, for instance, tell a story of a culture deeply connected to its environment, yet ultimately undone by its inability to withstand rising seas. Their fate serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to rethink how we use and protect the resources that sustain us. But the lessons of underwater civilizations aren't just about grand themes, they're also deeply personal. For the archaeologists, divers, and researchers who explore these sites, the work is more than a profession, it's a calling. Each dive is a journey into the unknown, a chance to connect with the lives and stories of those who came before us. Take Dr. Frank Gaudio, the marine archaeologist who rediscovered Heracleion. For him, uncovering the city was not just about solving a historical mystery, it was about bringing the past to life piece by piece. His passion, shared by countless others in the field, reminds us that history is not just a collection of facts and dates. It's a living, breathing narrative shaped by the people who uncover it. As we reflect on the lessons of these ancient societies, we're reminded that the past is not just a story of triumphs and tragedies, it's a guide for the future. By studying their resilience, innovation, and missteps, we can better understand the challenges we face today and chart a course toward a more sustainable and equitable world. The ruins beneath the waves are more than just remnants of lost civilizations. They're a call to action, urging us to learn from the past and build a better future. So, what will we take from their stories? How will we use the wisdom of those who came before us to navigate the uncertainties of our own time? The answers lie not just in the depths of the ocean, but in the choices we make every day. Behind every discovery of an underwater civilization lies a story of passion, perseverance, and sometimes plain old stubbornness. These explorers, divers, archaeologists, and researchers are the unsung heroes of history, plunging into the unknown to bring the past back to life. Take Dr. Frank Gaudio, for instance, the marine archaeologist who rediscovered the lost city of Heracleion. For years, he and his team combed the waters off the coast of Egypt, battling strong currents, limited visibility, and the sheer vastness of the ocean. Then, one day, they stumbled upon a colossal statue of the god Hapi, emerging from the silt like a sentinel of the deep. That moment, Gaudio later recalled, wasn't just a professional triumph. It was a deeply emotional connection to a civilization that had been lost for over 1,000 years. Not all explorers are as well known as Gaudio, but their contributions are no less remarkable. Consider the story of a team of Greek and British archaeologists who, in the 1960s, discovered the ancient city of Pavlopetri. Working with rudimentary diving equipment and little more than intuition, they mapped an entire city lying just a few meters below the surface. For them, every stone they uncovered was a piece of a puzzle, revealing how people lived, worked, and worshipped over 5,000 years ago. Their work wasn't just about uncovering ruins, it was about giving a voice to a society long forgotten. Then there are the challenges that come with the job. Underwater archaeology is not for the faint of heart. Divers often face treacherous conditions, strong currents, unpredictable weather, and the constant threat of equipment failure. In some cases, they're working against the clock, racing to document sites before rising sea levels or industrial development erase them forever. And yet, despite these obstacles, these explorers persist, driven by a shared belief that the stories of the past are worth preserving. One particularly poignant example comes from the waters off the coast of India, where a team of divers uncovered the submerged temples of Mahabalipuram. For the local fishermen, these ruins had long been part of their oral traditions, passed down through generations as stories of gods and lost cities. When the divers finally confirmed the existence of the temples, it wasn't just a scientific breakthrough, it was a moment of cultural validation, bridging the gap between myth and reality. These stories remind us that underwater archaeology is more than just a profession, it's a calling. It's about more than uncovering artifacts. It's about understanding the people who created them, the societies they built, and the challenges they faced. Each discovery adds a new chapter to the story of humanity, connecting us to a past that is both familiar and profoundly different from our own. As we reflect on the work of these explorers, we're reminded of the broader role that underwater civilizations play in shaping our understanding of history. These submerged sites don't just tell us about the past, they challenge us to rethink what we know about human resilience, innovation, and adaptation. They remind us that history is not a static record but a living, evolving narrative shaped by the discoveries we make and the questions we dare to ask. So, what drives these explorers to brave the depths in search of the past? And what can their stories teach us about the enduring human spirit? The answers lie not just in the ruins they uncover, but in the passion and dedication that fuel their work. And as we continue to explore these underwater worlds, we're reminded that the past is not just a place to visit, it's a story to be lived. What if everything we thought we knew about human history is only part of the story? Underwater discoveries are doing more than just adding footnotes to history books, they're rewriting entire chapters. From submerged cities to ancient shipwrecks, these findings are challenging long-held assumptions and revealing a far more complex and interconnected past than we ever imagined. Take, for example, the discovery of Heracleion off the coast of Egypt. Once dismissed as a myth, this thriving port city has reshaped our understanding of ancient trade networks, showing how cultures across the Mediterranean were deeply intertwined long before the rise of classical civilizations. But Heracleion is just the beginning. The underwater ruins of Dwarka in India have forced historians to reconsider the timeline of human civilization. Dating back over 5,000 years, Dwarka's sophisticated urban planning and maritime infrastructure suggest that advanced societies existed far earlier than previously thought. This discovery not only aligns with ancient Hindu texts, but also raises questions about the origins of urbanization itself. Could there have been other, even older societies that laid the groundwork for the civilizations we study today? These underwater sites are also changing how we think about cultural exchange. The artifacts found in Thonis Heracleion, for instance, reveal a bustling hub where Egyptian, Greek, and Phoenician traders mingled, swapping goods, ideas, and technologies. This challenges the notion that ancient cultures were isolated, showing instead a world where borders were fluid and connections ran deep. Even more intriguing are the submerged ruins of Pavlopetri in Greece, which predate classical Greek civilization by thousands of years. Its well-preserved streets and buildings suggest that complex societies were thriving in the Mediterranean long before the rise of Athens or Sparta. What's truly remarkable is how these discoveries highlight the dynamic nature of historical research. History isn't a static record, it's a living, evolving narrative shaped by new evidence. Each underwater find forces us to revisit old theories, question established timelines, and remain open to the possibility that our understanding of the past is always incomplete. This openness is crucial not just for historians but for anyone interested in the human story. Beyond their academic significance, these underwater discoveries hold profound cultural meaning. For many communities, they are more than just archaeological sites. They are sacred spaces, links to ancestral heritage, and symbols of resilience. The submerged temples of Mahabalipuram, for instance, are not only marvels of ancient engineering but also integral to Hindu tradition, embodying the spiritual and cultural identity of the people who built them. As we continue to uncover these underwater worlds, we're reminded that history is not just about facts and dates, it's about the people, stories, and connections that define us. These discoveries challenge us to see the past not as a series of isolated events, but as a rich tapestry of human experience, woven together by shared struggles, triumphs, and innovations. So, what does this mean for the future of historical research? How will these underwater revelations continue to shape our understanding of who we are and where we've come from? The answers lie in the depths, waiting to be uncovered, and with each new discovery, we're reminded that the story of humanity is far from finished. Underwater ruins are more than just remnants of the past. They are living links to our cultural identity, offering profound insights into who we are and where we've come from. These submerged sites, often hidden for centuries, serve as powerful reminders of the resilience and creativity of our ancestors. For many modern communities, they are not just archaeological treasures, they are symbols of heritage, pride, and continuity. Take, for instance, the submerged temples of Mahabalipuram in India. For centuries, local fishermen passed down stories of a great city swallowed by the sea, a tale many dismissed as legend. When divers confirmed the existence of these temples, it wasn't just a scientific breakthrough, it was a moment of cultural affirmation, bridging the gap between myth and reality. This rediscovery has reinvigorated local traditions, reminding people of their deep-rooted connection to a glorious past. Similarly, the ancient city of Thonis, Heracleion off the coast of Egypt has become a source of national pride. Once a bustling port at the heart of Mediterranean trade, its rediscovery has shed light on Egypt's pivotal role in connecting cultures across the ancient world. For Egyptians today, Heracleion is more than an archaeological site. It's a testament to their ancestors' ingenuity and their enduring legacy as a crossroads of civilizations. These underwater discoveries don't just enrich our understanding of history, they strengthen the cultural fabric of modern societies, fostering a sense of identity and belonging. But the impact of these sites goes beyond individual communities. Underwater archaeology has the unique ability to reveal shared human experiences, showing how cultures have influenced and learned from one another over millennia. The artifacts found in Thonis Heracleion, for example, highlight the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies between Egypt, Greece, and Phoenicia. These connections remind us that cultural identity is not static. It's a dynamic, evolving force shaped by interaction and adaptation. For indigenous and local communities, underwater ruins can also serve as a form of cultural reclamation. In many cases, these sites embody traditions and knowledge that were suppressed or erased during periods of colonization or conflict. By studying and preserving these underwater treasures, communities can reclaim their narratives, ensuring that their voices and histories are not lost to time. This process of rediscovery is not just about the past, it's about empowering future generations to take pride in their heritage and carry it forward. The cultural significance of underwater discoveries extends to education as well. These sites provide tangible, immersive ways to teach history, making it more relatable and engaging for students. Imagine a classroom where children can explore a 3D reconstruction of an ancient sunken city, walking its streets and interacting with its artifacts. This kind of hands-on learning not only sparks curiosity, but also fosters a deeper appreciation for the diversity and richness of human history. As we continue to uncover these underwater worlds, we're reminded that the past is not just a collection of facts, it's a living, breathing force that shapes our present and future. By connecting modern communities to their ancient roots, these discoveries inspire a sense of pride, curiosity, and responsibility. They remind us that history is not just something we study, it's something we carry with us, a legacy that informs who we are and who we can become. And as we look to the future, these underwater ruins hold another promise: the potential to inspire the next generation of explorers, historians, and storytellers. Every discovery, every artifact, and every story adds a new layer to our understanding of the human experience, encouraging young minds to dream, explore, and create. The oceans, with their endless mysteries, are not just a gateway to the past, they're a canvas for the future, inviting us to imagine what lies ahead. The mysteries of underwater civilizations aren't just for historians and archaeologists, they're a gateway to sparking curiosity and passion in the next generation. Imagine a child, wide-eyed and captivated, as they watch a 3D reconstruction of an ancient sunken city, its streets bustling with life and its temples gleaming in the sunlight. These discoveries have a unique power to ignite a sense of wonder, drawing young minds into the worlds of history, science, and exploration. For many, it's their first glimpse into the idea that the past isn't just something to read about, it's something to experience, to touch, and to feel. Educational programs are playing a pivotal role in bringing these underwater worlds to life. Initiatives like UNESCO Underwater Cultural Heritage Project and interactive museum exhibits are transforming the way young people engage with history. Through virtual reality tours, hands-on workshops, and even underwater robotics competitions, students are given the tools to explore ancient ruins without ever leaving their classrooms. These programs don't just teach facts, they inspire critical thinking, creativity, and a lifelong love of discovery. One standout example is the work being done by marine archaeologists in partnership with schools and universities. By involving students in real-world research projects, they're giving young people the chance to contribute to groundbreaking discoveries. Imagine the thrill of a teenager analyzing sonar data or helping to piece together fragments of ancient pottery. These experiences don't just educate, they empower, showing students that they too can be part of uncovering the secrets of the past. But the impact of these initiatives goes beyond individual students. By fostering a sense of curiosity and adventure, they're helping to cultivate the next generation of explorers, scientists, and storytellers. These young minds will be the ones to push the boundaries of what we know, using cutting-edge technology and fresh perspectives to uncover even more of the ocean's secrets. And as they do, they'll carry forward the legacy of those who came before them, ensuring that the stories of underwater civilizations continue to be told. The enduring allure of these submerged worlds lies in their ability to connect us not just to the past, but to each other. They remind us that history is a shared journey, one that spans generations and cultures. For young people, these discoveries are more than just lessons, they're invitations to dream, to explore, and to imagine what lies beyond the horizon. As we look to the future, it's clear that the oceans hold more than just ancient ruins. They hold the potential to inspire, to educate, and to unite. The next chapter of underwater exploration won't just be written by scientists and historians. It will be shaped by the curiosity and passion of young people around the world. And as they dive into these mysteries, they'll be carrying forward the timeless human quest to understand who we are and where we've come from. So, what will these future explorers uncover? And how will their discoveries reshape our understanding of the world? The answers lie in the depths, waiting to be discovered by those bold enough to seek them out. There's something undeniably magnetic about underwater civilizations, a blend of mystery, history, and adventure that pulls us into their depths. These submerged ruins aren't just relics of the past, they're portals to worlds we're only beginning to understand. Each discovery feels like uncovering a hidden chapter of humanity's story, one that challenges what we thought we knew and invites us to imagine the possibilities. Whether it's the grandeur of Heracleion's temples or the enigmatic geometry of Yonaguni, these sites remind us that the ocean is far more than a vast, empty expanse. It's a living archive holding secrets that have shaped our past and could redefine our future. What makes these underwater civilizations so captivating is the perfect storm of factors they represent. There's the thrill of exploration, the satisfaction of solving ancient puzzles, and the humbling realization of how much we still don't know. For centuries, the ocean has been a source of myth and legend, a place where stories of lost cities and sunken treasures have captured our imaginations. Today, as technology allows us to explore these depths, those legends are becoming tangible, grounding our fantasies in reality. Yet, even as we uncover more, the sense of wonder remains, fueled by the knowledge that there's still so much left to discover. Part of the allure lies in the way these ruins connect us to the people who came before us. They're not just stone and silt, they're echoes of lives lived, of cultures that thrived and in some cases vanished. When we look at the streets of Pavlopetri or the statues of Heracleion, we're not just seeing ancient architecture, we're glimpsing the hopes, fears, and dreams of those who walked these paths thousands of years ago. It's this human connection that makes underwater exploration so deeply compelling, bridging the gap between past and present in a way that feels both intimate and profound. Of course, the adventure of discovery plays a huge role too. There's an undeniable romance in the idea of diving into the unknown, of uncovering secrets that have been hidden for millennia. It's a world where every dive could lead to a groundbreaking find, where the next corner might reveal a piece of history that reshapes our understanding of the ancient world. This sense of possibility keeps us coming back, driving explorers to brave the challenges of underwater archaeology and inspiring the rest of us to follow their journey from afar. As we wrap up this exploration of underwater civilizations, it's worth reflecting on what we've learned. These submerged ruins remind us of the resilience and ingenuity of our ancestors, the interconnectedness of ancient cultures, and the enduring power of human curiosity. They challenge us to think differently about history, to see it not as a fixed narrative but as a living, evolving story shaped by the discoveries we make. And perhaps most importantly, they inspire us to keep asking questions, to keep seeking out the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. The ocean, with its endless depths and hidden treasures, will always hold a special place in our collective imagination. It's a reminder that there's still so much to discover, so many stories waiting to be told. Whether you're a history enthusiast, an adventure seeker, or simply someone who loves a good mystery, the allure of underwater civilizations is impossible to resist. And as we continue to explore these submerged worlds, we're not just uncovering the past, we're shaping the future of how we understand ourselves and our place in the world. So, what will the next discovery be, and how will it change the way we see our history? The answers lie in the depths, waiting for those brave enough to dive in and find them. As we come to the end of this journey into the depths of underwater civilizations, it's worth taking a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. These submerged ruins are more than just remnants of the past. They are windows into worlds we never knew existed, offering a glimpse of societies that thrived, adapted, and ultimately vanished beneath the waves. From the grandeur of Heracleion to the enigmatic Yonaguni monument, each discovery has challenged our understanding of history, revealing a narrative far richer and more interconnected than we ever imagined. What makes these underwater civilizations so significant is their ability to rewrite history. They remind us that the past is not a static, one-dimensional story, but a dynamic tapestry woven from countless threads of human experience. The rise and fall of cities like Dwarka and Pavlopetri teach us about resilience and innovation, while the artifacts found in Thonis Heracleion highlight the vibrant trade and cultural exchange that once connected distant lands. These underwater sites don't just add to our knowledge, they transform it, forcing us to rethink timelines, question assumptions, and consider the possibility of civilizations older and more advanced than we ever thought possible. Yet, for all we've learned, the mysteries of the deep remain vast and largely uncharted. The Baltic Sea anomaly, the Bimini Road, and countless other unexplained sites continue to defy explanation, keeping the allure of underwater exploration alive. These enigmas remind us that the ocean is a place of endless wonder, where each discovery raises new questions and fuels our curiosity. What other secrets lie hidden beneath the waves? What untold stories are waiting to be uncovered? The answers are out there, waiting for the next generation of explorers to find them. The importance of these underwater civilizations extends beyond archaeology. They are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of humanity, offering lessons that resonate deeply in our modern world. As we face challenges like climate change and rising sea levels, the stories of these ancient societies serve as both a warning and an inspiration. They remind us of the fragility of human achievement and the importance of adapting to change, while also showcasing the incredible potential of human creativity and collaboration. As we close this chapter, let's carry forward the spirit of curiosity and discovery that drives underwater exploration. The past is not just a collection of facts, it's a living, breathing narrative that continues to shape who we are and who we can become. And as we continue to uncover the secrets of the deep, we're reminded that history is not something we merely study, it's something we experience, connect with, and learn from. To quote the great explorer Jacques Cousteau, "The sea, once it casts its spell, holds one in its net of wonder forever." Let these underwater civilizations cast their spell on you. Dive deeper into their stories, share your thoughts in the comments, and join us as we continue to explore the mysteries of the past. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, because the journey doesn't end here, it's just the beginning. Together, let's keep uncovering the secrets of the deep, one discovery at a time.